Hello folks, this is Steve AB40. I need to get out there in a few minutes. It looks like a pretty nice Sunday for a winter day here in the Piedmont. That reminds me, I have a friend that's way up north. Their temperatures are like 20 degrees cooler. And I looked up the jet stream. The jet stream is way up north, so they're getting Arctic air and we're getting the weather from west of Mexico. It's great. You got to follow where the jet stream is, but that's not what this video is about. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not recommending anything. I'm making an observation or two. So I'm sitting here and the first thing on Slashdot, Facebook admits Linux post crackdown was in error. Fixes moderation error. Tom's Hardware. It's a good site. Discussions of Linux are allowed on our services, insists the social media giant. Well, they weren't allowed yesterday, the day before that. You could look at my thousands of videos, and there's somewhere I talk about compiling stuff under Linux, trying different Linux distributions. The place where I go is called Distro Watch. It's nothing fancy. Here's one called Void. I never heard of it. I need to try it. Nitrux. I never heard of it. Parrot. Yeah, I know about Parrot. These are Linux variations. Gparded. I use Gparded, a utility that's Linux based all the time. So they've got so there's been an update. I need to update mine. Okay? This is highly reputable. It's about Linux. You won't see any Windows here. So they banned anybody even using that word. Meta. Ain't that smart? Now, I'm not making fun of them. The people who are getting off in the wrong direction are right here. Whoever wrote this on Tom's Hardware. Facebook's heavy-handed censorship of Linux groups and topics was in error, the social media juggernaut has admitted, responding to reports earlier this week sparked by the curious censorship of the eminently wholesome Distro Watch. Facebook contacted PC Mag, it's been around a long time, used to be a print edition, to say that it had made a mistake and the underlying issue has been rectified. So they were trying to use AI. But they don't say it, because that would spoil the hype of this author's attitude. Facebook flags Linux topics as cybersecurity threats, posts and users being blocked. January 27th, 2025. So that was the real question is, why did it happen? I'm going to show you things that I think are related. DeepSeek AI, and if you don't know what that is, just click away. The AI thing is out of control. Ah! Stock market jumps up, jumps down. DeepSeek. DeepSeek AI refuses to answer questions about Tiananmen Square Tank Man photo. Suppose we just go Tank Man photos. There it is. Do you remember that happening? I do. A Reddit user discovered that the new Chinese large language model chatbot DeepSeek refuses to answer questions about the famous Tank Man photograph taken in Tiananmen Square in 1989. When the user types in the question, what famous picture has a man with grocery bags in front of tanks, the app begins to answer the question but then cuts itself off. DeepSeek starts writing, the famous picture referring to is known as Tank Man or the Unknown Rebel. It was taken on June 5th, 1989 during Tiananmen, and then the message stops. And it says, sorry, this is the Chinese big revolutionary. We did it cheap and we didn't need a lot of GPUs. Sorry, that's beyond my current scope. Let's talk about something else. So China's censorship is in there, right? What's the difference between that and the first article here? Look at, they're only 4 articles apart. What's the difference between that and this asshole stuff by Facebook? Now, what I mean by asshole, remember, I'm retired. I remember when Linux as an operating system really started, as the web expanded and data centers were being built like left and right. They still are. What were the operating systems of the early ones? Well, Windows was big in the beginning, but what people learned was that Windows was a pain in the ass. Windows Server was a pain in the ass. That doesn't mean everybody abandoned it, but people went more and more to Linux as the underlying operating system to support their websites. And the company I work for, a big internationally known, internationally operating IT company, also jumped in and adapted a Linux distribution. They had their own operating system. They had their own operating systems. But what they found out is the customers didn't like them. We want Linux to power our servers. Yeah, we like your software on top, but it's got to run on Linux because it's easier to administer. And there's no sticking your nose in details blocking us unexpectedly. This is open source. We can fix our own problems. Got it? So they started building versions of the product I was on to comfortably run on certain mainstream Linux distributions in response to the market. Adaptation. You balk, you lose money. But what I saw back then with our own systems, and I see today, it gets to a certain point of too complex and it falls into the area of chaos, which is unpredictable things occur that really don't make sense to humans. Computers can't tell. That's what the Facebook thing was about Linux. And the laugh that everybody now knows is that undoubtedly Facebook is running on Linux operating system servers. Now, this is going to seem like a complete switch. But the point of what I was saying there was, in these things that go through rapid build-up, a lot of demand, hurry, let's do this, we got to switch over. It's getting so popular, we got to outrun the competition, we got to show we're the best. Eventually it gets beyond anybody's actual understanding. And that's going to be especially true with more and more automation, which is all AI is. Automation. Let the computers do their own thing. Now, I've been on YouTube as a video contributor since about 2009. YouTube is well on its way to on the garbage trail. Now, what stimulated me to do this? Now we come to the main part. I'm on the computer where I normally do my editing. I use a different computer to do the uploading and my interaction under my account logged in on YouTube. And as I've said in the past, this computer is served by a different data center than that other computer. The computers are side by side. They have the same IP address as seen by, but they're served by a different data center, therefore a different dossier of past impressions of. Yeah, I'm talking this way because it's really the way it works. So this is my generic Chrome browser with my set of tabs. I just showed you /dot, but I have a YouTube home channel tab. I don't do any searches on it, or very minimal. I have another one on a third computer. When this page, home page of YouTube comes up, there's nothing there. Because I have not searched for any topic to see if there's a YouTube video. So it's a total blank. And that's served by yet another data center. Otherwise, they would borrow from this. And what they present here is different than one where I do the publishing. Now, what's the sign of absurdity and total internal insanity at YouTube? On the YouTube homepage. Their approach will remember what you searched for. Nothing that I'm going to say now is a reflection on the YouTube channels that I'm going to point out. It's a reflection on YouTube and its #1 guy themselves, not the channels themselves. This is a peek at the real insanity inside of the YouTube hierarchy. Skip that one. Comcast. Now this guy is trying to get some kind of attention. This video is being deleted in 23 hours. Here's something for Davidson County, which is adjacent to the county I'm in, but now this video is, I uploaded a YouTube video a day for 50 plus days. This is what I learned. Do you understand that the link to this one, this video is being deleted in 23 hours? I'll keep track of how many total number of videos are on this page and how many are on a certain slant as chosen by the AI robot algorithm of YouTube out of control on the edge and falling of chaos and falling into the whirlpool. We're not interested in brief news. We're interested in YouTube stuff. Right here in the middle of them. I uploaded YouTube videos every day. Here's what I learned, January 2025. It got 893 views. Just out of curiosity, let's see how many subscribers the guy's got. He may have a lot.
I tried posting YouTube shorts for 30 days straight, and I have some of the most realistic results that you could.
He's a big expert running his mouth. He's got 415 subscribers. I'll probably blurb that so that I'm not going to infringe on him. I'm an expert. 450 subscribers. He's trying to make his way. It's not a criticism of him. We're talking about the algorithm that's choosing these to present to me based on the identity that data center has accumulated on this computer when I go to the YouTube tab. Here's 3 videos on this tier, making $1,000 a day in 7 days, part 1. 88 views, 5 days ago. We're going to look at his one subscriber. They're trying to give unknown channels a chance, and they're dumping them on me. That's not a reflection of him. I'm talking about the big shits behind the scenes at YouTube. Starting to have success on Red Note, whatever that is. Now, here's somebody that is successful and has actually made news headlines. Trump's FCC says landlords can force tenants to pay for bad internet. This guy he's got so much genius I can't stand it. Here's 3 videos. A man mails a dozen checks at the post office, none of them got there. And this guy here is a political commentator. But what's this one? I tripled my clients. He's an advisor. My clients' YouTube views with this insane hack. And he's got 1,000 views in 2 days. Live video school. Let's see what his subscriber base is. He's got 20,000 subscribers. Looks like these two are doing okay. New way to upload. She's at risk. Not getting views. They're consultants. Are they saying that that's what I need? Is YouTube saying that's what I need? Here's another ploy. I will delete this video soon. 1 day ago. This one here. I literally got an ad of a girl fully squirting. Ad. The big thing about YouTube, now again, we're talking about YouTube on the edge of falling into the typhoon of total chaos. This past week I saw an interesting article and a video in which the big topic now is YouTube ads. Because you know they're so big on, if you have an ad blocker, we detected and we're going to do this to you, and you can't watch the video, and we're going to do YouTube is, it's our money. So the saboteurs, and I'm going to use that word, One guy complained that the ad was something like a 1930s movie that ran for 90 minutes. The ad was an old-time movie that ran for 90 minutes. What he's talking about is there are ads that are porno videos. In other words, the big AI brains, the big guy there in charge who took over, they've got a big problem. They have to figure out whether the ads are sabotaging them. Now, it's active sabotaging, folks. Apparently it's cheap and easy to run an ad. Do they vet you? That's what's implied in what's going on. Do they even vet you? Do they even look at how long it is? I'll bet they got like 3 categories of ads. 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute or more. Something like that. In the 1 minute or more, you can stuff a 90-minute movie because all they do is they have a URL and they call it up. It's not even loaded on their machines. Now, that's a speculation, but that's the way it works. That's why this guy's saying YouTube is showing porn to children. I just got an ad. You know this is one of my tabs. They haven't even caught up with a report saying that this is what's going on at YouTube. But it's hacking if you think about it. What are the best ways to grow on YouTube? 28 views. Chris, an average guy making money.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm going to get rich quick. Okay, probably not.
Okay, he's got 1,500 subscribers. I'll bleep that stuff out. He's not a mega channel, but what are they offering me? Next tier of 3, real YouTube video revenue and yearly health check update. 2 days ago, 960 views. Next tier of 3. Next one. Now we go here. 88% of YouTube videos never get 1,000 views. The truth about blowing up on, he looks like he's an expert. He's got almost 7,000 views on that one. People are really interested. Here's a good one over here. How to crack software. Next one. Not the video I wanted to make. Looks like oh, I got demonetized and lost it all on YouTube because of an AdSense mistake. Another one geared to how to get rich making YouTube videos. This guy, I like him. I'll take the bait. He's good. That's not a promotion. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm selling the ranch. Well, YouTube is changing. New YouTube report explains why some channels grow and others don't. His face looks familiar. But what's the main of the theme that's running through what they're pushing on me? Of all the things that could be shown to me on YouTube, why is it so heavy in that area? Longtime citrus grower ends production in Florida. Do I know anything about citrus growing? Well, 50 years ago, I used to work in citrus in Israel. Yeah. I have harvested more oranges than you and every person in your family will ever eat in their life. And that includes your grandparents and your distant cousins. How to get more views on YouTube. He looks like an expert, but he got 6,000 views. People clicked on it. Maybe he hired somebody to click on it. That's not a reflection on him. Skip the shorts. Boy, that jerk off over there on the left looks familiar. Oh, excuse me. I wasn't respectful. Things are changing. It's not goodbye. YouTube Shopping Affiliate Program. They've exhausted themselves. Now they're actually getting down to a real mix. You see? Oh, don't do this. I was denied monetization. Here's why. What being a YouTuber really looks like after quitting your job. That's the middle one. How to get more views. Didn't we just see this one? How to get more. Look, Ben did it, 6.2 views, 8 days. Stop choosing public. How to get more views on. It's the same video. It's the same video. There's that jerk off again in the middle. They're repeating. 15 years of YouTube advice in 38 minutes. He might have something to say. He's got almost 500,000 views. If he's been around that long, I would listen to him. My experience, it needs to be shared. What do you think she's talking about? Your top 11 YouTube questions answered. Record with laptop? Pay to promote videos? Clickable links? This AI tool is exploiting Why is it so geared to, why don't you make YouTube videos? Because the truth is, now I'm going to say it, and what I'm saying is true even for this one over here. And it's something that I predicted very early on when I started this series about AI coming in. The first one was a video about the computer science department at NC State, graduate level. Are the graduate students who are taking courses actually writing their own programs, or are they having these new AI things do it? One of the warnings was that as the AI models run out of original human-generated input to learn on, they then, because of what's being mass-produced on the web and the internet, they are then gobbling up what was produced by other AI passes. And less and less of it represents the uniqueness of the human brain and begins to self-resemble the chaos, random bullshit of computer algorithms. Did you catch that? They're trying to use AI for moderation And somehow the self-feeding chaotic whirlpool accidentally put a black check mark forbidden against the word Linux, because the computer algorithm and its web of however it thinks is so remotely disconnected from real human memory and experience. Remember, I used the very first Linux distribution from Linux Trivals way back at the beginning. I still remember. These algorithms have no idea. They're spitting out random chaos insanity, and it's going to get worse. This is just the beginning, and these clowns that are running these big organizations had better catch on quick and turn them off before they self-destruct. Because this example with the Linux, in this example of choosing suggestive video suggestions to me, are at the edge of the whirlpool. Once they fall in, they may not be able to get out. It's just like if you're in a kayak and you go over, if you go over a high dam, you survive it. But if the dam is only like 6 feet high, like was up on the Dan River 2 years ago when people were boating and didn't know any better, and your kayak goes over, the low dam produces a whirlpool that you can't escape from. It's a characteristic of short height. And that's the analogy I'm making here. Either they need to build their dams higher or they need to remove them. I'm using an allegory. And I'm talking about all of this stuff out there. This is symptomatic. This is symptomatic. YouTube's got nothing to do with Meta, but underneath it's from the same deep cause. Now remember, I'm just an idiot running my mouth. I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. Steve A.B. Foyal saying see you in 73.